Kayvon in the house. Good morning. Just gave all the secrets away when the mic was not working, and I guess you guys missed out. No, we're back. We're good. How are you guys doing this morning? Market closed fairly weak, but yesterday morning was fairly choppy. Kayvon, did you end up taking a trade? So ended yesterday up a little bit on the account. Very cool thing. I think I'm going to make a video on this today with CPro. I found out that they added a HTB, ETB thing. It doesn't look like it's actually working right now because I can short all these tickers, but that's amazing. Once that functionality is live and working, I will no longer have to find out manually if something is shortable or not. No trade yesterday. Good job sitting on the hands. I know some traders reached out and it was kind of difficult for some other traders. So it was one of those days. This morning the watch list is fairly went against the market odds. PTGX protagonist. I'm gonna call it antagonist. Antagonist Therapeutics. This one had a big gap up. Nice climb yesterday. Red to green move and climb from there. But this one's at all-time highs. So it's similar to, what was the one we were trading yesterday, AV or KV, something like that, that was at all-time highs as well, ended up being a decent trade, but the risk levels are difficult to find, I guess, on it. For PTGX, I'm looking at it right now against previous day's highs. We'll see how that one opens up and how the overall market's going to open up. There's a lot of volatility as far as the overall market goes. KLG, similar play. This one, magic 20 cent area. 2220s. Day 2 leg on up. Climbing back up to previous highs on the 52-week scale, 2463. That's KLG. Let's flip through a few more. TTC, Toro. Nice climb yesterday. That one's got tough 78-ish resistance on the chart. A little bit of a ceiling there. Really today, going to let some of these trades just set up and come to us. Because yesterday we had several euphoric moves that ended up turning into a descending triangle. And yesterday you really had to snipe out some good entries. Looking for something similar today. A couple therapeutic plays because we have PTGX, the protagonist therapeutics, up at all-time highs. And this one up through the whole dollar towards 40.31. It's got a little support zone here. It's sitting at right now 39. Let's look left of the chart, TGTX. So this one I like because it's off of the trend line. TGTX is pretty far off of this trend line. And man, and so I'd like it to potentially profit take, come back down towards that. The trend line's all the way down in like the low 30s. We're sitting around 40 right now. So eyeballing TGTX. I would have to locate there. Let me look at that. TGTX. If I sold short. No, we're good there too. Good there. All right. Let's flip through the LUV is Southwest. They're popping up on good earnings. I did see in the CNBC Morning Squawk that they are getting rid of their 2 free check bags. So some people may not be happy about that. I believe if you have their credit card or you're a frequent flyer, you still get that. But they're modifying the way they do things in an effort, I'm sure, to save money, as everybody is doing right now. But still fear. The fear greed index is like arrow is way more on the fear side. When people get scared as far as human behavior goes in the stock trading world, you start seeing massive sell-offs. People panic. People tend to panic all at once. A groupthink kind of thing. But what are you guys looking at? We got a couple minutes till the market opens up. Letting her come to us. Yesterday, I was too eager to get into some trades. Ended up being difficult. to be green. So I want to snipe some like euphoric moves into that descending triangle today. If today's going to be kind of choppy and difficult, I want to really focus in on some better entries. With that being said, we're gonna wait and snipe something out. Isaiah, good morning. Isaiah, how'd you do yesterday? Kayvon, no trades. Isaiah, see how you did. Hog was the... Why is Hog not on my watch list down here? I want to go back to the Hog, potentially. So Hog was that play that ended up getting me green yesterday, and that euphoric move to the descending triangle, tapping the 50-day moving average right at... It's sitting right at 27.52 right now, so, I mean, I don't mind tapping that again, potentially today, you know, against that 27.60. Let's see how that's going to open up. I could imagine it seeing some selling pressure up and around that area, HOG. So watch list is bottom left corner. Went to an event, no trade yesterday. Hey, that's A-okay. It was difficult out there for a lot of traders, from what I've heard. So, not a bad day to have an event. TGTX is real interesting up here against, like, you see this 2950 resistance? It's sitting right at support right now, kind of heavy. What I like about TGTX is it's way off of this bottom trend, so it's having that euphoric move up. The problem with it is, well, a problem with it, I looked at Yahoo Finance because it kind of felt like we have some shorts on this already. You just get that feeling the longer you do this. And it's 18% of the float here is short, so that's probably where it's getting some of this random buying for those euphoric moves. All right, 10 seconds. See what the market's going to set up for us today. Looking to get in, get out. Got my watch list I'm going to be flipping through. Fairly thin. Market's now open. Yeah, TGTX is, I don't mind it against like the previous highs are up here where it's at right now. It's got a decent spread on it though. That's something else I added on CPro too. I got the spread, which is real nice. So I can look, there's a little spread indicator. It tells you the spread on each ticker. So if something's got a 96-cent spread like TTC, I am not even going to look at it. All right, Hog is got a little spread too. That one's being met with some selling pressure there. God, lots of spreads right now. SNOA, penny play, pharmaceutical. Lots of pharmaceutical plays getting some of these moves this morning. That one's seeing a little profit taking. 200-day moving average, 364 there. Right here. This is an avoid for me, but for those that like to partake in this, the 364 area where I marked off here, that's decent on SNOA. Put it on the watch list just to see what she's doing. TNON, Magic 20-cent area. Hit 220 pre-market, has been fading since. KLG popping up. So KLG, if this one gets another leg up, it's had two legs up, hit that magic 20-cent area as well. What I like about KLG is this 2320 area on the chart. If we get another leg up today, if this thing pops up 50 cents to a point, it's going to be real juicy after two legs on up for a short potential play. Market's selling off a little bit right now. TGTX sitting at that bottom trend line at the moment. Hog sell off, but it's getting a little pop right now, back up. All right. All right. What are your thoughts on ONDS? Well, initially, I'd be interested in locating this. They came out with ONDS, autonomous systems to utilize and integrate PLTR's platform. I know PLTR is a reputable company. So we have the magic 20-cent area as resistance, like usual. So the 125 right here, you see past chart history. That's an area of resistance I look for. It recently has had a massive landslide, which, you know, there's going to be a lot of baggies in it. So, yeah, I like it. I obviously like it for a short, but probably not at 111. Probably need, because the risk reward's not great, especially with a ton of manipulation and volume on it. A lot of people here, so I would need that up towards, like, I don't know, 50 days 170 would be juicy. I don't like the short end of the weakness though, unless you're tight risk, like 125 is the risk there. ONDS. Well, I was out of curiosity. I want to see what it would cost to locate on ONDS. Just a measly 100 shares. Only 20 cents. Wow. All right. I'll be mindful of that. If we do get a pop there, throw it on the watch list. Very cheap. Okay, I'm going to reload Thinkorswim. It's going to save a lot of time. It's going to save a lot of time. All right, let's see. SPY's still pulling back. There's the gainers. There's the gainers. All right, Hogs having a pullback. What's ONDS doing? Still selling off. Selling off is ONDS. Yeah, OBS had a red bar. It looks like it's getting to green though. I'm gonna have to figure out how to. I got so many things I'm running. Yeah, how I keep losing it too. Frick. I have to reset the router or something. I can't trade with this going on. Let me see if it gets better here in a second. If not, I'm going to have to potentially reset. Good morning, Margarita. Good morning. HSAI against 2020 looking good right now. I'm going to put that one on the watch list. Damn it. All right, guys. I'm going to reset the router. I'll be right back. It may cut out. It may cut out for a second. It may cut out for a second. I'll be right back. try this again. Alright, are we back up and running? You guys let me know. Getting everything reset. Sorry about that. I owe you guys your money back, huh? Paying for this chat room. Alright, I'm going to flip around. Let's find something to trade. Let me know. It looks like on my end we're good. And OBS looks good. That's what I'm seeing with OBS. Green bar. CPU's good. So if we're good on y'all's end, let's get to trading. Margarita, small size day. So let's flip around and find out. SPY right now doing a little red to green move. Let me know if chat's working again. XPEV, that one's straight up. HSAI still struggling with that 2020s area. 2020s is what I'm looking at, eyeballing. HSAI. Yeah. We good now, guys? The chat working okay? Let's pull up HSAI. HSAI. Do we have shorts there? We do. Oh, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Against the, it's already hit 2020. Eyeballing that. Some hesitancy here. I haven't gotten involved yet. Decent spread on it. Just got completely bought up on that pullback. Oh, shoot, still choppy. Okay, maybe I can fix audio. Yeah. Alright, let's try that out. HSAI, I don't like that bought up so quickly off of that pullback. That actually tends to make me think that this may be a long. It got completely bought up on that pullback. So I'm going to avoid that right there. I'm glad to have been eyeballing it to get an idea. I mean, still pulling back here, but it just got balled up so quick. It's like buyers were right there to absorb orders. Oh God, Southwest, yeah, this one spike up to resistance has been selling off since. So that was decent. That was a decent play right there. Audio still choppy too. All right, let's flip around, see what's going on. XPEV at the highs. HSAI still trying to hold up here. It's popping up and over 20 now. It's HSAI. Love, what a mess. LI. Some of these Chinese plays are working out fairly well. Margarita, is the video and audio okay? Yeah, maybe refresh the stream on y'all's end too. See if that'll work. NIO is interesting. NIO has got tough $5 resistance. This is like one of those plays that years ago I remember this being up, yeah, in this like $20 range. This was one of those, I think, Chinese like EV companies, NIO, and it's sitting at near all-time lows. If you look left of the chart here, though, lots of $5 resistance. I mean, can it get up and over? Yeah, 520 could be a risk area. I don't like that it's kind of going slow and steady and looks okay right now. So 520 could be a risk area, but I wouldn't feel entirely confident just because of how oversold it is. Like, that's one of the variables I don't like a lot. Like, I love the setup, but when I see that it's oversold and there's probably already a lot of shorts on it, in my opinion, it makes the hand not as good. How'd you do yesterday, Margarita? What you looking at this morning? HSAI, still eyeballing that. There's something on HSAI. I did not like how balled up that got at like the 1960s. What's the SPY doing? SPY's climbing. SPY's climbing a little bit right now. Oh, SMCI straight up. SMCI is the super micro computer. That one up towards 40. We're seeing some resistance at 40. This has got a lot of overhead resistance on it, is SMCI. Eyeballing SMCI, this one's getting a nice spike right now. Greedy monster can't. You were talking about the greedy monster yesterday too. Really, the nature that we all have as traders to trade more, to trade, keep trading and keep trading and keep trading, even if the market's saying otherwise. But still, you stopped green at least. Good job being green. SMCI is going on the watch list. Kayvon, yeah, SPY's been pulling back a lot. So if it has a strong bounce today, got to be careful in the shorts. Yeah, that is in the back of my mind for sure. That's why I'm eyeballing the SPY, because SPY has been selling off a lot the last few days. Pretty much been selling off for a couple weeks. So are we going to see continuation on that sell-off? A little bit of a bounce today, as Kayvon pointed out. We got to be mindful what the overall market's doing. That's why I'm being a little extra careful. Look at ONDS. We were looking at for a short, but felt like I was chasing it down here. God, dude. Down at 92 cents now. Man. Now, if that thing sells all the way off to like 75 cents, there's probably a scoop there. You know, because shorts are going to cover, and that's going to get a little bounce on it. If ONDS sells off even further down to like the previous close area, there could be a potential play there. All right, SMCI has hit 40 bucks. It's pulling back right now. Yeah, I'm kind of like what Kayvon said. I'm kind of waiting to see how things are setting up here. HSAI setting up at its highs still, kind of like the creepy crawler. Got balled up really eerily. I mean, sold off on the nice resistance overhead, and then just, I don't know, this one's just acting a little strange. It wants to hold the highs right now. Look, it's coming right up to the highs for a potential breakout, HSAI. Now, of course, you guys know what I think about breakouts. You got to be very careful. Very careful with the breakouts because you see fake out breakouts so much. Yesterday, run. I tried to get RU in. Look at this. It had a fake out breakout. Same kind of setup. This is what I look for on the short side. If you guys don't short, be mindful. Shorts look for this. A breakout. It's a fake out breakout. Starts selling back off, and then whoo, she's juicy. Because once that happens, it traps longs, and you pretty much know she's going to unwind after that. You don't know anything for certain, but you get a good feeling she's going to start profit taking, selling off. SMCI getting a decent pullback here. For the longs out there, there could be something here. I mean, it's tapping some 40 resistance. Let's flip around to a few more. HSAI still sitting up and over 20. XPEV getting a little pullback right now too. That one popped up and over the whole dollar. There's definitely good volume there. Southwest has still been pulling back after that morning spike and then profit taking. HIMS became an avoid for me because that one had such a high short interest and it's just so much manipulation there. Look at ONDS still selling off. My only trade is going to be scooping up a piece of crap like this. I'm slightly interested in a scoop here if it capitulates the longs all the way down to like 75 cents. I don't know. Thinking about it. So what we're seeing right now is a little bit similar to yesterday, right? Where all of a sudden we got to be real focused in on our entries. So the SPY made new highs. Now that's pulling back. SPY yesterday, what the overall market did made a significant difference. I mean, it kind of did. Look at yesterday for the SPY. It did something similar to what it's doing right now. Sold off, made new highs, and then just faded the rest of the day. We need to get an idea what the SPY is going to do today. Because late afternoon yesterday, everything was selling off. SPY's touching the 200 daily. METC. Yeah, SPY's under the 200 right now. METC, nice. That's not a bad... Yeah. Good play there. What's the spread here? 7-cent spread. METC straight up. Yesterday, they came out with earnings, it appears, fourth quarter. 200 day, I'll show you guys what Isaiah's seeing, popping right up to the 200. It's not a bad chart. 1152 is the 200. It might try to get up and above it before it starts pulling back. Go throw that on the watch list though. Good eye there. If we get a pop up and over 1150, I'm interested for sure. Maybe we can get like that upper shadow up and over that whole the 200-day moving average. Here it is right now, 1144 on the ask. I'd like to see some emotions in this ticker, you know? Like, let's get a big green candlestick, a liquidity sweep, grab, stopping out some traders, and then we get involved with it. SNOA was one this morning that's selling off still. Oh, HSAI, yeah. So this one's, look at that, man. Another sell-off and got completely bought back up in the 70s. Sometimes you just feel these out, right? You got to feel them out sometimes because this is what you'll see. I noticed that longs were very present on this play. And I was like, man, this might actually be a long because there are some big players down here scooping this thing on up. Now it's trying to make some new highs right now. There's no real resistance left to the chart to look at for a potential short. We'll have to see. We either short into this euphoria or just avoid if we think this is squeezing out right now. I'm kind of interested to see what the short interest on HSAI is. I'm going to look that up real quick on Yahoo Finance on the app just to see if that's playing a role here. While I'm doing that, still monitoring METC, Isaiah pointed out. All right, the short percent of the flow is only 1%, so this is just longs here. Just longs here. Mr. Joshua Allen in the house. Good morning, man. Just started the CPro offer pre-market, post-charting, or just... Yeah, they offer all that. So I got CPro up as well. Just lurking over here, waiting to snipe a trade. But yeah, they offer pre-market after hours. I'm going to do a tutorial today on how to short locate with CPro. I'm going to go over that. So stay tuned. But you just started over at CPro, or you just started trading? HSAI, dude, this thing is squeezing up and out. There's something there for sure. There's a trade there. It's having a breakout. Look at even the daily chart, all these lower shadows. HSAI is trading higher after the LiDAR sensors. They had Q4 earnings too. METC nearly hit 1150. So pulling back a little bit off of that. Are you in it, Isaiah? I like it. Man, I was getting close. I was getting really close for this. But it pretty much just tapped that 200-day. And it might be pulling back off of that. So I have like an insubordinate amount of, what do I want to say, hesitancy right now, just because of yesterday. I'm really trying to be laser focused with a good entry, because yesterday I started out fighting like 3 tickers. I was only green really on HOG. So I'm really trying to focus in. SPY, big lower shadow. We got buyers on SPY too. Look at that. Near the lows, double bottom, popping right back up. Joshua, been trading for a bit, just trading sideways. Nice. Sideways is good, though. Sideways is good. You're not losing money. So, like, preserving the capital is equally as difficult as making it. So, very good job. I was going sideways with CPro as well. Now we're at 1,062, but like 100, probably paid like 100 in commissions and fees and stuff. So we're starting to get somewhere. All right, METC, still watching that. HSAI, dude. No, there's no short interest on this. So it's just curious to me why this thing is, I don't know, maybe a lot of shorts got into it this morning. Why it's squeezing so much right now. I really like HSAI. I'm like, ooh, what? This is looking so juicy. I kind of want to stab at it. I really want to stab at it. 2210. Man, it looked really good right up there. See, that's the hesitancy. Now it's in the 2150s. I was thinking about it up there. Thinking about it. All right, SMCI still pulling back off of the 40 tap. And Joshua, you switched to CPro. Nice. Yeah, they're constantly refining it, so I'm happy with that. They just added, Joshua, this like HTB, ETB thing, which doesn't look like they've pressed the on button for it yet, because all these are easily shortable. So I got that up there and prepped for when that's live, because that will be amazing. Spy says, F yo calls. Oh, what is this? The Spy is trading like a penny stock, low float pump and dump. It popped from the lows to making new highs, all the way back down to the lows. I can't deal. Oh, HSAI, man. So you got to get comfortable taking uncomfortable trades. You got to be comfortable taking uncomfortable trades. I almost pulled the trigger. HSAI didn't. It was uncomfortable, right? It's like, how much is this going to squeeze? I really wanted to start it. I don't have the size account to just start one of these, though. So 22.10's pulling back a decent chunk right now. METC, Isaiah's working that against 11.50, the 200-day. Good work there. That's at 11.09, 11.13. Yeah, good call there too. That was a good play. SMCI that one's still pulling back off of 40. Trade is coming soon. Trade is coming soon. Really just, oh my God, ONDS has panicked nearly all the way back down to the previous close, like I was discussing with you guys. It would be like, if this is my only trade today, ONDS, this piece of crap company. I trade emotions. When longs are finally exhausted and capitulated, I don't mind scooping something up for shorts to begin covering and them to get exhausted on their positions. I don't know, dude. I feel like this is a piece of crap trade, but I'm going to take some ONDS down here. At 80 cents, couple hundred shares just against like 0.75 while it's panicking down here. Just to see if it pops up 5 cents or so. I'll set an OCO on it. So stupid. Trading the emotions. We'll take it at like 87. 75 risk. 0.75. See, there we go. It's already getting a little baby bounce there. We want shorts to stop. What I'm looking at is just for shorts to cover some of their position, longs to be exhausted on it. It's coming back down to the previous close, so that I'm just gonna sit tight with for a little bit. See if we can make a buck or two on it. Just make a buck or two on that one. I like the panic. HSAI back up to the highs. METC. Yeah, there we go with some of the strange movement like we were seeing the other day. SMCI getting a big bounce. What is the SPY bouncing now too? Yeah, there we go. SPY bouncing off of the lows. Decent pop on the SPY. So ONDS. ONDS making a few dollars right now. That one's just going to be slower. Shorts cover their position. Thank you, Margarita. Nice recap video. Thank you. Oh, man. Such a snipey day. 2222 HSAI. Is that going to be the high day number? Breaking out to new highs. Is that going to be a fake out breakout up there? We'll see. I mean, there's definitely been longs buying that thing up. Right. Yeah, that's right, Margarita. To see how much it's going to cost. Yep, that's right. You will just go to the account short locate monitor. I just have a short locate monitor pulled up on a separate monitor. And what I'll do is I'll just type in the symbol and send the request, and then it'll tell you how much it's going to cost to locate. Then you just accept if you want to. Otherwise, man, METC, this is strange, guys. Like, all right, it looked heavy right here, pulling back down towards 11. Getting a little bit of a bounce right now. Could be sloppy seconds. Could be sloppy seconds against the 200-day moving average. I wouldn't mind, like, since it's pulling back up here towards the high, maybe it pops up and over it a little bit. I wouldn't mind hitting it if it gets a pop up and over on the short side. All right, let's take a look. SMCI, this one's 39.20s has been tough on it. Not entirely sure I trust that one. NIO getting a little pop. The little crap play I'm in for a little scalp. It's meeting some resistance at 85. All right. Well, so far, how are you guys doing? This definitely feels like another day. You got to be sniping. Flipping around. HSAI back up to the highs here. Huh, MYO. MYO. Look at MYO here. Already looks like it's coming down to that. It's in a triangle. It's at that bottom support right there, 580s. They came out with, what is it, price target, analyst upgrade, something of that effect. 620s, magic number. It's tapping that right now. And the 50-day on it is 588. Which I would imagine it would retrace, pull back under that. So 620s on MYO. Got a 10-cent spread on it. This ONDS trade I'm in is like dead. I'll maintain the previous close risk on it to see if we get some shorts covering, and should have just been a scalp trade, but small share size. We'll see if that turns into something. MYO, I snapped that. So Kayvon AAPL alerted, didn't take it down there at 220. Yeah, I'm really trying to focus in on it. Really trying to focus in on something. DWTX just hit 1020. That's a high day number, that 20-cent area. 1020. This one I think was fairly pricey to locate. DWTX. Let me. Oh, it's got too big of a spread on it. Got a 10-cent spread for how quickly that one moves. MYO hit the 50 days, pulling back from there. 620 was that number. HSAI still at the highs. And METC did give sloppy seconds. I didn't take it. Sloppy seconds up there, 1140s. Yeah, so right now just in this ONDS to see if shorts can cover that. We get a little pop there up towards 86 or 7 cents. That's all I'm working right now. Trying to find something. Gotta let the trades come to us. HSAI still new highs. My God. Is that just accumulating shorts? I'm glad we did not take that trade because I was getting close to it. MYO was good, but yeah, that one looks... I mean, there could be something here on MYO if it pops right back up closer to 620 to give us, you know, a better average on it. 620 may hold up. Look at all this resistance too. Man, MYO was so good. I kind of saw it a little late. 630 up here, right around the head and shoulders on the past chart history. And then the 50-day as well. It looks like it could even go red on the day. Feel like I'm a little late to the party getting involved in a short here, unless we get up towards like $6. HSAI, man. Still eyeballing that one. DWTX is good volume there. MYO, I need a pop on that. Then METC still acting strange. Trying to hold $11. That one's been trying to hold $11. SMCI, yeah, that one ended up being a short on that pop closer to that 39.20 area where it saw the 20s resistance. Ended up being a decent short there. So yeah, I'm just not taking been a little too hesitant to get involved with anything else other than, you know, this piece of junk that I just longed against 75. See what the SPY is doing. SPY still can't make up its mind. DWTX breaking up and above 1020. Will it be a fake out breakout or will it be an actual break? We will find out. Stay tuned. MYO. MYO. Do I have shorts on MYO? It's gonna pop back up. I'd have to locate. Let me see how much they cost. I'll show you guys how that works. MYO. Send a request. 100 shares. Let's see what pops up. 40 cents. 40 cents for 100 shares. This thing's got an 8-cent spread. I'll take them. I'll take 100 shares at MYO. I'll take that for 40 cents. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this for a potential play. Let's throw 100 out on it as it's popping back up. 620 is kind of the risk there. It might be a little too far. We got filled. It's 589 MYO. Okay, I gotta set the risk. MYO. 620. All right, the risk has been set. I like that pop up there, back up towards this previous support. Should be some resistance now. I like the 50-day resistance on it that it's sitting at right now. I really like those areas to hold up. Please, please. I would love those areas to hold up. See what MYO is going to do. Stop out there would kind of hurt. That would be $30 on the account. Decent setup though. So far with locating, the last 2 times I've located have been red. I'm not trying to speak that into existence here. Let's get this one to sell off. Working ONDS and MYO at the moment. All right. It's a decent setup. Oh, what's the other one I'm in? ONDS, that one's not doing like anything. Yeah, that one's just still flushing, pretty much. So ONDS. For a dead cat bounce on that one for shorts to cover their position. Not getting it at the moment. MYO sitting kind of stagnant here. Need that one to start pulling back. Do not want that one to hold up. You know, really back above like 6, I would not appreciate that. I would not like. It's kind of the upper resistance area. I'm going to monitor it, see what she does. She double bottom 545. Had this triangle that it cracked underneath, so we're going to naturally have some longs up here that are going to create some resistance. Right now it's popping up and over 590s though, up into the 590s. Up towards VWAP. Don't do me dirty, MYO. Getting some 590 bids on it. Got to give her a little time, and that 620 area is really that main risk. Did I prophesy another locate loss? Let's hope not. All right, I'm going to just look around a few more things and see what's going on. SPY back at the lows. That'll probably get a random pop. ONDS did not get that dead cat bounce that I've wanted so far. METC, setting up for something, METC. Just up and down again. Sitting right at the 200-day moving average is METC. Be mindful of that. Is a given sloppy seconds again, METC. Because this is a chart, Isaiah pointed it out. I know he's been working it. This one's been aggravating if you've been involved with it because it can't make up its mind what it's doing. Sitting right at the tippy top. And HSAI waiting for something to develop there, like a euphoric move into a descending triangle. I want to see what the high is going to be on that. Still chilling with MYO. Then DWTX 1120 now. So that hit 1020, which was potentially the high. I just got liquidated on ONDS. So ONDS is a no-go. ONDS did not work on that dead cat bounce that I wanted. That one is still selling off. And MYO slightly spready, looking for that one to pull back in. I don't like that it's sitting still here, right under VWAP. I do not like that. I want it to kind of make up its mind what she wants to do. Look at all this resistance too in the 590s, kind of where it's at right now. Giving her time, giving her time. METC hit 1150. Man, I'm very interested there. If that one's just going to chop around, though, that's going to be really annoying. Oh, METC is hard to borrow for me, too. Let me look at the cost to locate on that. A little pricey. A little pricey, METC. Just for 100 shares, $3.30. Okay. Kayvon, GIS failed to pull the trigger. Yeah, I've pulled the trigger twice, trying to be so focused, but so far MYO is not making up its mind. But GIS, let's take a look. Yeah, that one's coming back around a little bit. 6270s. I love when this happens. Look at this. So liquidity pull 2 under the lows and then pulls right back up. So that's a good signal to get involved on the long side. Man, is this thing just gonna do this to me today? HSAI, has the high been set? Is it forming a little descending triangle against the 50s? There has been a trade here, HSAI. It's just been the long side so far, so we'll see. It's starting to form a little bit of a pattern here. See this previous support? You know, we were pretty much looking for something like this. Euphoric move up into a descending triangle. I like it, HSAI. Little bit far off of the risk, though. A little bit far off of the risk. Right now, MYO is still sitting sideways. And HSAI cracked. Oh my God. See, this, I can't get involved with this kind of stuff today. This is just too much. Too much, market. Pretty much just do the opposite of what you want to do today. Look at this. Cracking under the support on the descending triangle, popping right back up, breaking out above the upper trend line. It just feels like it's squeezing shorts. Trapping shorts, squeezing them. Trapping shorts and squeezing them. Yeah, with this kind of action, my God, I don't know. This kind of action is going to be not so easy. All right. DWTX hit the magic 1120 numbers, pulling back. MYO is about to stop me out. MYO getting the pop up. Up there towards, back up towards the upper resistance line. I got 620 stop there. I'm just going to let that one do its thing. But today, I don't think I'm going to be pushing the accelerator because it's not easy right now. There have been some days that I've traded and it's like, it doesn't matter what I touch. It's a green trade. Those are the days you need to push the gas. Not the days that feel like it's challenging. All right, flipping around. Let's see what else is moving. So HSAI was in that descending triangle, cracked underneath, went from 21.95, popping all the way up to 22.60. And now it's pulling back in a little bit. That one's just a difficult trade. There's good volume, good attention, opportunity definitely there. METC's been kind of a tricky trade too. That one's been going sideways above $11, sitting under the 200-day moving average, 1150. Hasn't quite made up its mind what it wants to do yet either. MYO, I'm still short here. It hit this upper resistance line, 615's pulling back a little bit off of that, but there's a good chance it could get stopped out here with how things have been going. It's trying to trade off of this bottom trend line on the long side. It formed a little head and shoulders. It's got the 50-day resistance and good resistance on the daily too, so I did like it, but sticking to it and adhering to the risk will probably be the last trade I take if I get stopped out of this one, because just because of the day today. I could dig, you can just dig yourself into a deep hole on a day like today. That is not what I want to do. I'm gonna let her work herself out if she wants to fade. HSAI right back down to that bottom support line, 2210. So it popped up, broke up above the upper trend line, and right back down. That is how today is going, right? Because the SPY's pretty much been doing the same thing. Up, down, up, down, up, down. SPY's at lows, so expect that to just get a random spike. All right, what are you guys trading? Anything you want me to take a look at? Yeah, and this MYO is like 588. More times than not, these things like will close under that line, like that 588 line. I mean, there it goes, it's snapping a little bit right there. But yeah, very large majority of the time these things work out this way, but you gotta always have your risk. So Mr. Keith in the house. Good morning, Kevin. Done with your Amazon deliveries. Gonna wire my money in today through the Wells Fargo app. Let's go. Keith, it's ready to go. Good thing your money has not settled today, because today it is not easy. Nice work, man. Excited for you. Oh my God, look at that sell-off MYO down into the low 80s and then popping right back up. Isaiah, METC might be my only trade for the day. Still holding small share size and seeing what happens. So, yeah, I agree. I'm probably in my last trade for the day too, based on these market conditions. Mr. Jesse in the house. If you guys haven't watched Jesse, go check out his channel. Got a lot of good stuff over there. Jesse used to have a little chat room together. Big chat room. We were doing big things. Moderating. Jesse, how's your trading going today? It's been getting a lot of choppy price action over here. So Just got to know when to settle down, not push the gas, right? I was green. Was green all last week, green yesterday, even though yesterday was difficult, and today. So I've talked to so many traders who they are green like that. You are consistently green, but then you get the one day that's challenging, and you start digging yourself in a hole because you think, I can't take a red day. I'm gonna revenge trade. I'm gonna over trade. We're gonna dig our way back. You end up just digging yourself into a hole, and you should just throw the shovel away. Stop digging. Stop. Stop entirely. Keith, yeah, the market's crazy right now. Yeah. Oh, Keith, I want your discipline. Well, yeah, it's the one thing I've been fairly happy with is the discipline. Been doing okay there. You have to be, right? That quote I say to you guys, if your goal is to be a professional and consistent trader, you have to start with the premise that the solutions are in your mind and not in the market. And if you can create a state of mind that's not affected by the market's behavior, the struggle is going to cease to exist. That is my favorite quote of all time right now. If you can learn to create a state of mind that's not affected by the market's behavior, the struggle will cease to exist. Don't be affected by what the market's doing. Just stick to your discipline. Trade discipline and maintain a very strong discipline and be unaffected by what the market does. So know what you're going to do essentially regardless of what the market does, right? Know what you're going to do regardless of what the market does, and then the struggle will cease to exist. Yeah, Jesse, I was asking you. Jesse's probably over there eating bacon like he was last time he was in here. How your day was going today, because, man, on my end, a lot of choppy price action, fairly difficult day today so far. I'm working one and probably my last trade. I really like the MYO, but when you really like something, sometimes you lose your objectivity and you become biased. So MYO formed a little head and shoulders on the day. 630 is the high, has this trend line that I kind of shorted against 620. And if you look left of the chart, we got a head and shoulders left of the chart too up here. I'm shorting against that, and the 50-day moving average at 588 as well, which typically they'll form an upper shadow and close below that. So that's all I'm working right now is this MYO. Again, it's a setup. This is like at the blackjack table. If you get 2 face cards, it's a good hand that wins majority of the time. But you don't want to size in like that. You don't want to create some bias and where you apply so much risk that that's going to, because not every trade is going to be different. There's random outcomes on every single trade. So understand that quote along with your trades, that anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. And the market's behavior, whatever the market does, will be okay as long as you've already predefined your risk. Let's catch up. Margarita's red today. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be the case here too. It's difficult to be green today. Muhammad, I've shorted Ray at 170 and covered it at 130. Okay, so Muhammad's easy day today. Ray, let's take a look at RAY. Whoa! Ray taking the uncomfortable side of a little pump and dump. Short. Look at that. Good work on RAY. Love it. Getting involved with the elevator down. Love the elevator downs. Those are fun. Good old elevator down. Let's see. Keith is always throwing the shovel down or I'm going to dig to China. The shovel's either down or I'm digging to China. It's one way or the other. That's funny. Jesse looks good overall, but difficult day. Yeah, not easy. I was just telling them, Jesse, it's like some days some days are like they feel so easy. And that's when I want to push on the gas. And I kind of kick myself because I've had a couple of those days recently and I just kind of stopped trading. And then some days it feels like a fighter. You just are going to fight whatever you're trading. You like the trade idea? Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Because last time you were in here, you like reverse psychologized the trade, and then it ended up not working out. So I need you to like this one. I'll flip through a few tickers, but I mean, look at this. DWTX up and down, up and down. I mean, it's got a little trend line to it. Some more volume coming into it. HSAI finally starting to pull back in. This is a euphoric move into a descending triangle. The risk could be 2210 if shorting this. But that play has been real difficult to trade as well. METC, Isaiah's been working. Nice work there. 1150, the 200-day moving average. That one's finally working out a little bit. She's slowing down, going sideways. Let's flip through some of the gainers and see if anything else is going on there. Yeah, good trade, Isaiah. You're seeing things well. That METC was good. It just took a little bit longer for that one to work out. It's coming down, getting a little heavy against $11 right now. So ideally, you want the $11 crack and fade there. And just chilling with my MYO. All right, let me catch up. Jesse, 100%. I've been on the easy street for a while now with this market drop, but today I had to pull the reins in a little bit. Yeah, yep. See, Jesse's been doing this for a while. The discipline is key, guys. Like the discipline. I don't care if you can recognize a pattern or not. You have to recognize your own emotional behavior, your own psyche, your own your discipline, your mindset. Your mindset's everything. Mindset is everything in trading. That's the most important, in my opinion. Most important. But yeah, I'm chilling with MYO, see if that's gonna work. If there's anything you guys want me to look at, let me know. I'm either gonna be green or red today. I know, brilliant. Clip that. Like I could start my own, like, that could be a little infomercial. Join my chat room. We're either one of two things. We're green or red. Nothing else. Thank you, Jesse. Won't find an equities trader more disciplined than Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, that is one thing that's helped me out a lot recently, Jesse, because I have done what everyone in here, if they haven't done yet, they'll likely do, which is have partiality and bias on something and blow the heck up. Blow up because you put your bias into it, right? Like a few years ago, trading this MYO, what I probably would have done is oversized into it because I like the position so much, and then focus on the money rather than the risk. Like, you always focus risk. Never focus profits. Focus risk. It's not sexy. It's not popular. No, I'm probably never going to have thousands of people in here because nobody wants to hear that, you know? Nobody wants to hear that. When you get into a trade, don't focus on the money, focus on the risk. It's not sexy. Most people want to hear, everyone, get on this low float penny stock Ticker, it's going to the moon. Hold on for dear life. Diamond hands. That's what everybody wants. That's what most want to hear. But if you want to be profitable, you got to do what most are not doing, right? Which is not sexy. It's not popular, but it is profitable. Jesse always in here showing love. Appreciate it. You guys go check out his channel too. Always pumping out valuable content. But I don't want to just... I got my stop and profit set on MYO, so that's just going to do its thing. I'll flip around, see if there's anything else out there. HSAI, finally, pulling on back. This was a strange one. In the descending triangle crack, it cracked under that support line, back under 22, popped right back up and over that trend line to 2260s before it started fading. So it was really an oddball there. METC now looking heavy against 11, so good work there, Isaiah. Jealous of your entry. And what's the overall market doing? Market, another red day in the works so far. Is what it looks like with the SPY. Market's got no chill. No chill. Later, Jesse. I appreciate you popping in here. Thank you, man. We'll talk soon. Stay disciplined. Stay green and disciplined. All right, I'm going to remove some of these lines. Yes, sir. Take it easy. All right, how are you guys doing? Muhammad killed RAY. Nice work. Margarita, did you manage the green at least, or the red at least today? And Keith, you're going to be funded maybe by the end of this week. That is going to be pretty cool. Isaiah took half off at the VWAP. Nice work. 1090. Yeah, dude, set a stop, high day, and just chill. I'm trying to tell you what I wish I could do, because I never freaking do it. Like Hog yesterday, look at this descending triangle. I traded this on the short side. I took half off in the 40s, and I took the rest like in the 30s. It was ridiculous. And this thing faded all the way down to like 2660. Man, it's so difficult for me to like let the winners run. It's always a struggle. But you have to. You can't let your losers run and your winners you cut short. I heard it. I heard this quote this morning. I was watching a trading video. It was pretty funny. It said you take. Oh, let me get it correct. You pretty much your red your red trades you take like a rhino shitting, and your green trades you take like a bird eating. You shit like a rhino, you eat like a bird. Essentially, you can't be a consistent, profitable trader like that. It won't happen. The problem is when you can't get a winner, Like today, I can't let it run. Can't let it run if it's not going to. Margarita, tried shorting today but didn't know what I was doing. I need to keep that in the simulator until I can figure it out. Yeah, I'm going to do a video, I believe, today on shorting with CPro, so stay tuned for that. We'll get into it. You'll be fine. Good job pulling the trigger, though, on it, regardless. Because first time shorting something, I'm sure there's some nerves attached, so good work. Keith, you're new at shorting too and like the strategy. Yeah, I love the strategy, as you can tell. I love the strategy. Well, when you've been watching tickers move for like 10,000 plus hours, and I start leaning towards shorting, there's probably a reason for that. You start seeing these things like, one thing I love about shorting is you're reacting. You're reacting versus predicting. So, like, you know, the long traders, they have to do a lot of digging to, usually in the mornings, to figure out what the heck they're going to trade. And you have to kind of, in a sense, with longs, you have to, like, assume that you're going to have buyers in front of you to buy the ticker on up. With shorting, you're reacting to what has already happened. Like, you're literally kind of just waiting for the moves to happen, and then you're reacting versus predicting. I like the react versus predict. But yeah, so far so good. We just find plays, come up to resistance, we short them, short into the euphoria at resistance, scoop up the fear at support. That's essentially the name of the game. Oh my god, DWTX. DWTX is squeezing. For those of you that like to long these plays that are up 100%, DWTX is making a massive move on up. Up and over 13 right now, getting a squeeze. You got a lot of resistance overhead in the 14, 15 range, where recently it had a climb, spike on up. Yeah, I find that easy. I find that very helpful too, Isaiah. Like shorting, you can kind of plan ahead. If a ticker does go to this level, it does get the volume, it hits this resistance area, like I'm going to short there and my risk is going to be here. Like it's all very defined, which makes it as easy on the emotions. Like I find it easier on the emotions. Muhammad, I gave you the magic word for shorting. Wait for it to come to you. The words changed my life in this trading journey. Yeah, wait for it to come to you. Instead of find the trade, let the trade find you. Yeah, Isaiah, chasing the move on up. Oh my god, I hate that. Yeah, that is a lot of the longing though. Like for instance with DWTX right here, 13, 14, like a lot of this is chasing, and it's terrifying, like chasing something. Yeah, you can wait for like, I mean, if I was going to trade this on the long side, which I just don't, you got to know what you don't trade, what you do trade, and just stick to it. This is something I just don't trade anymore. There's too much manipulation. It's overcrowded. Things happen that are unpredictable. If you're going to trade on the long side, you know, buy it on the trend line, and if it comes to that, have the risk right there. But these high volatility chat room pumping plays, I just tend to avoid. There's too much manipulation. It's easier to find consistency elsewhere. I became way more consistent of a trader when I focused not on what every chat room was looking at in the mornings, all the like the low float stuff. I became way more consistent. Like way back when, I would not even like, I'd be kind of scared to trade. I'd be scared to trade something that was like a $15 stock, which is so strange. Like, why am I comfortable trading a low float penny stock, but I'm nervous to trade something that's like moves more, that moves in a more consistent manner. Just the longer you do it, the more you'll gravitate towards, what appears to work. So right now, just working still. MYO. This is probably the last trade today. Today's been kind of strange for me, so it's going sideways. Take the L on it or take the W on it. We'll see what happens. Mr. Malcolm in the house. Malcolm, please, how do I get CMAG to send me the Capital desktop platform? You only have access to the web platform. I've emailed a bunch of times. So for what they did for me is once they approved CPro, they sent an email out that says, here, download the platform right here. You've emailed client services a bunch of times and they haven't gotten back to you on that? Here, email averydaytrading@gmail.com. I'll forward it to them. They usually open up my email since I'm the only one that has CPro content out there. And I email them a lot. And they listen. It's like, man, I was like, I need HTB, ETB. Can you guys do that? Now here it is. It's like, I need a percentage hotkey. Oh, you get an error. Okay, you get an error for downloading it. Oh, I mean, that is a technical error, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the technical error. I mean, what's the error message that it gives you? HSAI gave sloppy seconds back up to 2210. It's been pulling back from there. Flip around a little bit. 1125 holding up METC. The page cannot be found. Actually, now that you said that, I think that did happen to me once too. Yeah, just email me. I'll forward it to them, and you'll get an email. .404 error too. So Margarita, you've been trading on the web as well? All right, MYO, can we please crack and stay cracked so we can be green on the day? I've been patient enough with you. I've been patient enough. Yeah, just send an email to averydaytrading@gmail.com. I'll call over there, email, and see. We can get it expedited for you guys. Yeah, you want the platform, not really the web. You want to be on the application. Yeah, I mean, I can't personally do anything about it, but I'll like star it and send it to several people, and should get taken care of. MYO, please work out. Sell off, crack under 580. So decent crack we just got right there. Margarita, so you do have it, but I was giving you a cancellation message initially. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's flip through a few. DWTX up and over 13, pulling back from there. It's coming back to the trend. I am not touching that, but that's a gainer for those that do. HSAI, this one, the risk on a short is 22.10 if shorting that. METC sitting there 11.25. It should hold up against that. Flip through a few gainers. The app's font appears way too small for me, so I use the web version. The app's font. Huh. It looks different than what I'm working with? Oh, this MYO looks pretty good. Because I'm in it. Probably, guys, back up and over like $6. I'd probably just get out of it. I got 620 risk. The font looks a little different. Huh. Strange. Very strange. I will tell you, when you're short something and the ticker just starts going sideways like this, it's not great. You get this elevator down move, consolidates, goes sideways. Not entirely what you want. You want longs to start profit taking and fading this. Isaiah, the web version is exactly the same, and you can easily refresh the page if something is funky. Margarita, nothing going on, so going to watch me green out. Yeah, I've pretty much determined already that this is the last trade for me because it's really not easy out there in the stock world. So whatever happens here is pretty much going to happen. It's going to be the last trade for me. What I would really like, let me guys know if the web version does this for CPro. I would love to see the orders on the chart. And I know you can go to the settings and click like fit orders and fit positions. But see, like the positions kind of scrunches my chart up. But I never can see the orders. When I click those, like the orders don't populate to the chart. So I really can never see them. But if you guys know a workaround, let me know. It doesn't for you either. You would love that. Yeah, I would love that. I love chart. I call it chart porn. I would love chart porn. I love seeing the trades on the chart and screenshotting them and reviewing them. I love it. Guys, I'm getting entirely bored with this trade. I did not think it was going to go sideways like this. What's METC doing? Yeah, that's going sideways. Good job taking profit there. Man. Malcolm doesn't for you either? Okay. These are good things to let their developmental team know, because they have been very responsive. I messaged them about the percentage hotkeys, and they jumped. I mean, they did that. I was so grateful. Like, okay, look at this hotkey. I can get in a 20% of the buying power rather than like 100 shares, 200 shares, 300 shares. Like, I don't like just the share size because it's different on a dollar stock versus a $10 stock. I want to get it. I don't want to get in a, it's just going to be a different number. I want to get in consistent sizing across the board. So that's something they worked on. The next thing, which I just asked about if they were working on it, is trail orders. I think that would help out a lot of traders if they introduced trailing. That would have helped out a ton yesterday for me on HOG, for instance. HOG, that one just faded pretty much entirely until it bottomed out here in the 60s. So if you set like a 10% trail on the ticker you're short on, so a $28 stock, it's going to be like a 10% trail would be essentially, if the thing pops up off the lows 28 cents, then that's when it'll take profit. The rest, your remainder, your leftover position, that's what I teach. So if you have a leftover position and that thing starts selling off, fading down here, let's say a 10% trail would not have taken me out until 26.67. It may not have taken me out at all. Probably like $27. It would have popped off at 27.65, up 27.8 cents, up here 27. It would have made me more money. Instead of just sitting here eyeballing it, like I mentioned earlier, I have an insubordinate amount of, I guess, intolerance. It's very strange. It's always been my trading flaw on downticks. So things just sell off. I'm like, oh, I gotta take profit. Versus letting the trade just work out. It's always been my problem with trading. I'm trying very much so for it not to be, though. So like with MIO, if we can get this thing to snap, come back down towards the lows, the idea is to take half off, set the adjusted stop at break even, and let the other half kind of work out. That's the idea. But trailing, yeah, that's something very good. Very good for accounts. It's going to help tremendously on the profit side, especially with leftovers. Oh, man. Just kicking back with MYO. Any questions at all? HSAI coming up towards 2210, 2216 resistance. Oh, man, I just don't know if it's worth it to get involved. I really don't. This one's been kind of tricky. I think I'm just going to avoid it, guys. It is not bad. It's not looking bad up there. Flip through a few tickers, see what else is going on. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to get into the short locate video. I'm going to do one of those today, so I'm going to work on that once I get off of here. Yeah, MYO looking like not good. Looking not good. Just holding up the 80s so well. Kind of surprisingly, too. Being that the 50-day is right there, 588. But yeah, any questions before? Yeah, I'll stick around just for a little bit more, see what MYO is going to do. But man, she ended up turning to a little creepy crawler. I thought it was going to work out a little bit sooner. Got 620 risk on the OCO, 550 profit target. But today's not a day to apply tons of risk. So, I mean, I probably will cut this thing off even earlier if it starts getting up close to 620. Wow, SMCI, I can't believe this one is making such a large U-shape pattern back up to the highs. I mean, I'm very surprised by that. NIO as well. See what the SPY is doing. SPY is kind of popping up a bit. Let me see with MYO what we're looking at. Really need it to crack under 580. It's really that level. Need it to crack under. Whoa, big dump MYO. Big dump MYO. 560s. Taking half off MYO. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Did somebody say a market prayer for me? Can't even believe we're going to be green on today. Or break even at least. Small break even, we'll see. I'll take half off and let's do what I never do well. It's got a 20-cent spread now after that dump, though. What the hell? Did somebody just buy this at $5.95? This thing just popped up to $5.95. 571 ask, 594. 595. Isaiah hopping off for now. Yep. This is good. That was a good crack for me. I just have small share size left that I'd like to fade, but let's see what she's going to do from here. So now for you guys, I have a tab open on CPro. It's called My Trades. My Trades. So what I do is I click on that, and we can see exactly the entries and exits. So 100 shares sold short, MYO 589. Got 50 off at 570. Oh my God. And now the spread is fairly large on this. Yeah, later, Isaiah, I'll come out with the recap and the CPro, how to short, what to look for. A little bit later on. Appreciate you being here. Decent spread here now. Interesting. I liked that sell-off, though, so that is good for us. What I can do is set an adjusted stop. I think I got to give it a little bit of room because the spread on it. God, I would hate to get hit with, like, slippage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's got a 20-cent spread and I just slip out with a 20-cent spread, that'd be awful. I'm going to set an adjusted stop with the rest of those shares like up at, I don't know, 615 maybe. Give it a little bit of room. $6.15. All right. Got that set now. Decent pullback there to at least get to break even on the day, and then working just half of that position size. So I don't know. Really tried hard for a decent day today, but it has been challenging. METC, nice. Isaiah, you were working that. Sloppy seconds up there, 1140, coming back down. Patience pays, guys. Spell it with a P-A-Y. Patience pays. Flipping around a little bit to see if there's anything else right now going on that we don't want to miss. SMCI is curling back up to the highs. That was a kind of a fairly quick move. I mean, I do suppose there's a trade there with SMCI. But looking at the last 5 days, it's just been a chop fest. Yeah, all right. Anything you guys want me to look at, or are we good? We get to making a couple videos. I'm still working leftovers, MYO. Adjusted stop 615, so I'm break even now. If that one does hit me at 615, 5 and 9, 89 average, so that will be 10, 25 cents. That'd be a small red day. Small red day if that were to happen. Otherwise, I'm really going to try to fade this position. See if this thing can start pulling back down and out. We'll work a leftover position there. But guys, anything you need, let me know. Email me, averydaytrading@gmail.com. Always happy to help. If there's nothing else, then that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for being a part of the Everyday Trading Squad. Today, not entirely easy. We will find something tomorrow. Fingers crossed that's fairly easy to get involved with. But let the trades come to you. Don't force any trades. Let them come to you. So that's what we're attempting to do. But otherwise, traders, take care. Look out for the video. I'll be coming out with a video here in a couple hours. Ciao. Ciao, Margarita. Stay safe. Manage the red well if you're red. Absolutely key. Thank you for your time too. Thank you for showing up. I'm excited for your account. It's gonna be a good time. The discipline's the most important thing. Go ahead and prepare your mind now. Do mental exercises. People focus on physical exercises, but I'm telling you, the mental exercises are key. Before you even step to the computer, make sure you are chanting in the mirror. I will be disciplined today. It is my choice to be disciplined. It doesn't matter what the market's going to do. I will take the setups. They're not all going to work out. And I can control the reaction, but I can't control the market. So with that being said, guys, take care. Have a good one. I will see you tomorrow.